Okay, hi guys. Well, now we've done the colors. I spent a whole on that. For this week, we will try to look at balance today and we will cover contrast and hierarchy on Friday's class. Oh, forgot to prepare the pen again. Today, this one? No, Friday class? These two. Okay. What is balance? Well, you can balance the design elements with color, position, shape, value, and size. It's a visual balance. As I said, unlike in the real physics, warm colors are heavier than the cold ones visually. Cold ones are heavier than warm in the real physics, right? Cold wind goes around the what is it? Floor. Oh my god. Okay, anyways. In here, I've tried to find the visual balance with these design elements of circles and boxes. I mean, there's only one box, not boxes. Anyways, even though this gray circle here is a lot bigger than the rest of them, it's still lighter in weight visually. Here, even this green circle's color is more saturated than the gray one, but because of its position of being closer to the center, it's not helping the gray circle friend here. This square and this dark green and medium black circles are still a lot heavier than those two together combined, right? To say things more professionally, there is visual weight of elements and visual direction of elements. Okay? Visual weight is a measure of how much anything on the page attracts the eye of the users. A higher the visual weight is, quicker the viewer would see them. Visual direction is the direction in which we think an element should be moving if it were given a chance to move according to the forces acting on it, like the visual forces acting on it. And this circle is about to roll to this direction, right? Well, the bottom line is you can't let users feel unbalanced, uneasy with your unbalanced design elements. The users will run away from your design. Okay. Well, a good balance can be achieved with actually both symmetry and by asymmetry. Symmetry, asymmetry. Oh, where is it? Sorry. Okay. Because of because each design elements has its own weight, you can achieve both a good balance by symmetry and by asymmetry, as I said. To say it again, asymmetrical, the usual one actually, right? The usual one we see most of the time here. And asymmetrical but balanced means you achieve the balance with visual weight, like I tried to do in the previous slide here. In the previous slide, it's not symmetrical, but it's kind of balanced, right? Same on the both side of on the bottom part is symmetrical, right? This part is symmetrical. These two are the same mirror image on the axis line. but upper part is unbalanced. I mean, it's balanced kind of, but in not symmetrical, asymmetrical way. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and the third would be radial. And finally, one is discordant or off-balance method. It's rarely used, but if it's used to show action or motion. It's like these kind of elements are about to fall. Okay, let's see some more examples. Okay, but wait, before that, let me explain just a few. Well, symmetrical balance occurs when you have two identical sides of a design with a central point of axis. These white lines. So if you cut the design in half, the left and the right are kind of mirror images of each other. Symmetrical design allows you to draw attention to all areas of an image equally. So meaning, if you have similar hierarchical level of elements, you can safely choose to make your design to be balanced with this kind of symmetrical elements, symmetrical design. Okay, shall we see the sites? Before that, not only websites or apps, of course, any design. Just to give you an example, there are symmetrical logo design examples on the top. Chanel, symmetrical, Mercedes-Benz, McDonald's, and Batman. Okay. Now let's go to the sites. Shall we look at the sites? Okay, symmetrical, almost the same with no, only the first one, I guess. Only the first homepage is symmetrical, and these kind of like half symmetrical, almost asymmetrical, but kind of found the balance. Okay, you can see them later. The second one was, yeah, symmetrical, same image, same color. Visually, it's balanced. And the third one, same, right? Okay. Totally symmetrical. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Oh, when I was doing some research, I found some fun website for making a symmetrical wallpaper, symmetrical design. Let me click draw something, and this is a mouse. I'm controlling it. Okay, you do the symmetrical work of art. Cool, right? You can try it. I think you can save it as your wallpaper. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the class. When it comes to asymmetrical design, the task might be harder. You might need to have several small items on one side to balance a large item on the other side, like in here, large one or several small one. Asymmetrical design is more dynamic and interesting. It evokes feelings of modernism, movement, energy, and vitality. Asymmetrical balance offers more visual variety, although it can be more difficult to achieve because the relationships between elements are more complex. You have to find balance with color, positioning, value, and size, and also some empty space to make things visually balanced in asymmetrical design. So let's see. Before that, you can see the logos. It is balanced, but not in an asymmetrical way. The weight is here. This is longer, but less. Weight. Light meaning. Hong Kong. All right, and of course, Facebook. You kind of feel it's even though it's not symmetrical, you're not feeling uneasiness, right? It's kind of balanced, even it's not symmetrical. Okay, let's see the site again. Not again. Those rest of the sites. Here, this is not symmetrical, but it's moving, and big one and several small one to find the balance. And it used so much space, and this part, the right part, has lots of color. Lots of big image and the left side has high saturated colored text, big text and small list of text. It's kind of found the balance with the elements. Okay, and the third one. Okay, also you can see typography. They found the balance with bigger texts, small texts, and some color and value, those kind of things. Okay, let's go back. Okay, the final one, not final one, the third one. It's this radial symmetrical balance. It's also known as rotational symmetry. This type of symmetry occurs when everything rotates around a common center or central point in another term. Rotational symmetry can occur at any angle frequency as long as there is a common center around which everything is rotated and elements are equally placed around a central point. Basically, you can place elements around the central point, or you could even have elements feel like they're coming out of that central point, like a sunburst. Okay, it's mostly used in data visualization, the infographics we've talked a few lessons ago. For the logo design examples, you would find Mitsubishi logo here, this radial, and this British Petroleum logo has the radial symmetrical balanced design. Okay, for the off balance, as I mentioned, it shows motion and action. Here you can imagine the rings are rolling over on the table. Or this Up movie poster. It is showing motion, isn't it? It shows action. Or maybe for this illustration, some of the design elements are not staying on the table. The Earth's gravitational force is not working for these objects. It's floating. It feels kind of uneasy and motion. Anyway, okay. So that is for today. Have a good day.